Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. And today I went to church, and I went to the local Pentecostal church, the same church I went to a few weeks ago. And the message today was really good. It was out of John chapter 6 and verse 5 or so there. Yeah. And it was about Jesus taking bread and fish and multiplying it to feed the multitude, a lot of people, at least 5,000 men. And I don't think that even included women and children, so it could have been like so many thousands more. But the Bible focused on 5,000 men. And it was interesting how Jesus said to take every little fragment, little piece of breadcrumbs or whatever you got, scrape it all up together, and he took the scrapings, the fragmented pieces and crumbs and things, and he fed thousands of people. And I thought that was very interesting. And I think a lot of times in life, we do something similar. We may have a little bit of whatever, whether it be money, time, love, whatever we have, even though it's a small amount, it still can be multiplied to yield so much more, So I just thought that, that was interesting. And then, excuse me. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I'm feeling sleepy, I guess. I'm supposed to be going to the lake and spend some time at the lake, I think I'm going to do that today, People have noticed over the past, day or two that my emotions are flaring up, more specifically like hurt and anger, that kind of thing. And someone, I believe the last night or this morning, actually called me and, stated, not called me on the phone, but stated that I was an angry black woman. And I was like, really? I've never been called an angry black woman before. Now, granted, recently I've been called extreme. I've been called delusional. I've been accused of faking mental illness, all kind of stuff. But angry black woman is new for me. And I'm like, wow, I am an angry black woman? So I had to do a little research on, what that means. What does it mean to be I've heard the phrase before for many years, angry black woman. Everybody hear it. And people think that it means rah, 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 rah. When a black woman get all rah, 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 she yelling and, she doing all this and stuff. We call angry black women, when we act like that. But I look at it a little deeper. And when the person called me an angry black woman, it was in reference to me pointing out to them, a black man, it was pointed out by a black man. Oh, okay. That I was pointing out to them that, I had shared a couple of videos of other black men putting black women down. I was just pointing it out, how black men put black women down, the things they say and blah, 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 blah. And so he turns around and says, "You're an angry black woman." I'm like, okay, because I'm pointing out what the black man is saying? Really? Okay. So, that's okay, So I equate being an angry black woman, not with just, rolling your head and fussing and doing your hands like this and stuff. That's not what black men are really referring to when they're talking about an angry black woman. They're really talking about any woman that disagrees with them. When you disagree with men, in this case, we're talking black people at the moment. When you disagree with them, when you point out their errors, then you're labeled an angry black woman. When you no longer submit and obey their every command and demand, when you quote unquote talk back, I don't know how a grown woman can talk back to a grown man. That's something that children do. Like when parents are getting on their kids and the kids, they clap back at the parents. To me, that's talking back. But a grown woman, I'm 51 years old. That's called having a conversation. That's not called talking back. When two grown people, no matter their gender, no matter their color, no matter their financial differences or any of that, that's called a conversation, not talking back. Women, grown women, cannot talk back to a man. We had conversations with men. Okay? Talking back is a child thing, not a grown woman thing. Grown women have conversations. Okay? It's impossible for a grown woman to quote unquote talk back. So anyway, I would just be glad when men and women can be on the same page on what productive conversation mean. I'll be glad when women and men can be on the same page about disagreeing with one another. I'll be glad when we're on the same page about pointing out things. And we're just considered adults having conversations. Adults having a disagreement. Or adults, just being adults, I'll be glad when women are not put in the same boat or category as children, okay? I am not a child, by no means at all. I probably haven't been a child since age 5, to be honest. But I'll go ahead and say 18 or 21, just because that's the legal age, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, things need to change, well, things will change. They will change. We have no choice. And because God, the Creator, is creating the shift, okay? He's creating all this change and shift. He uses us to do the work, but He's shifting things, okay? And where we've all these centuries have lived under the male dominance, well, things are about to change, and we're about to live under the female dominance now, okay? And there's a lot of experts and people that are just simply chosen or anointed by God to teach the masses, to teach everybody how to deal with the change that's coming. Okay, so it's been happening for a while, the pre-conditioning of this change that's coming. And so people are starting to interpret the Bible completely different. God is. He's opening our eyes and allowing us to see the scriptures in a whole different way than we've been seeing it all these years. Okay, so just continue to hang in there with me. even while I'm going through my angry black woman stage, just, deal with it. It's okay. It's just a few comments here and there, a few emotions being expressed. But don't let the angry black woman image cause you to be left behind in the dust. Okay. Um, Learn how to deal with black women. Learn how to not deal with us. You know what I mean? Just, learn how to carry yourself and manage yourself in our presence. When we are around you, you know, relax, feel comfortable. We're just like anybody else. Anger is a natural emotion, just like happy, sad, mad. People be angry. I mean, we learned this in elementary school. The emotions. When you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. When you when you angry and you know it, do your face like this. I mean, we learned all this, okay? So we don't need to be scared of angry black women. We don't hurt people. We may use our words to go off on you a little bit, but you'll be all right. You'll recover. No one has died because of an angry black woman, okay? And I can guarantee you there is not one angry black woman that goes from 0 to angry for no damn reason at all. We usually have something that triggers that anger in us, you know. But, what's interesting is we're labeled angry, but every human being is capable of feeling anger. In fact, in the scriptures in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it's a time, season, reason for everything. There's a time to be angry. Yes, there is. And if you're not convinced of that, just go to your local jail. And you go up in that jail, it's a lot of angry people in there. Or they got there because they showed some anger some kind of way. You know what I mean? So we need to put anger in proper perspective. And I'm kind of proud right now to be an angry black woman, because I've been considered that, submissive, obedient, doormat of a woman for a long time. So it's not, I'm being I'm recording. And so, I've, lived that opposite life of, the angry black woman. I've lived that opposite life forever. So now I've graduated to an angry black woman. I'm like, hey, bring it. Let me get my anger on, so let me do this. And, so I'm going to do a lot of, and then, a viewer, not a viewer, viewer. Yeah. A viewer mentioned that, they see some hurt and I need to, maybe deal with the hurt or whatever. And I agree, and I've been dealing with my hurt and anger for 10 years. I've been dealing, really, it's been about 10 years since I've been dealing with hurt, anger, and, my emotions and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm an emotional human being. And I don't apologize for it. And I love it, So when I'm happy, be happy with me. And if I'm angry, just bear with me, Happiness don't last always. Anger don't last always. Sad don't last always, And despite any anger that you may pick up on my videos, I got joy inside. I have the joy of the Holy Ghost, okay? On my angriest day, I still have joy because God put joy in my soul. Anger, sad, happy, glad, all that stuff, those change with circumstances. And that's fine. But the joy of the Lord in my heart, is stuck in there unless he take it out. So, again, I just want to encourage everyone to be more tolerant of the angry black woman and maybe find out why we angry, and maybe help us iron through it, because Usually, we just kind of pop off over some situational stuff in our anger, just like everybody else. There's angry, black men, there's angry white women, angry white men, angry Asian people, angry Chinese people. There's angry people of all genders all over the world, all the time. Okay, so again, thank God for being able to go to church today. Thank God for His Word. And during this kind of time, I think that as soon as we can stock up our cabinets, I know in my case, when I get my food stamps in a few weeks, in about a week, I need to stock up my cabinets, because I really anticipate that it's going to be a food shortage, even if it's a fake one. Sometimes people that produce our foods and stuff, they'll hold it back on purpose. I don't know why they do that. It don't make no sense to me. I've heard of farmers out there destroying their crops on purpose. They rather destroy their crops than to let it be free for people to eat. I don't understand that, but that's between them and the government, because the government be doing some stuff. I've heard of situations where the government they pay the farmers not to farm. This world is so just corrupt. It just don't make no sense. It's just, so be prepared for food shortage, no matter why it's a shortage. It don't matter why. We got to be prepared. So when you get your next check, your food stamps, or whatever you get, stock up your cabinets with like canned foods, stock up on water. I know it's hard to stock up on water because you keep going through the water, but you don't want to wait until it's a famine and be like, oh, dang it, I should have saved some water. But everything's going to be okay. A lot of lives have been lost. A lot of more lives will be lost because this COVID thing was intentional. It don't matter who in office. It don't matter who our politicians are. When the wealthiest people of the earth, when the wealthiest people decide they want other people to die, they're going to do it. So COVID's going to be around until the wealthiest people decide that enough people have died. And it won't matter if it's Trump in the office. It won't matter if Biden's in the office. It won't matter who your local politicians are. None of that matters. When the wealthiest of the people decide that enough people have died or been depopulated, then things will go back. Not go back, but, things will stop. It'll slow down, it'll reduce, So let's keep that in mind as we head to the polls, the voting polls. Just keep in mind that this has nothing to do with individual politicians, but it's the wealthiest people on this earth who are making these decisions on who's worthy to live, who's worthy to die. They're doing this. And then, you may have people say, well, why would God allow that? Well, I really don't know, and I don't have all the answers to all that. I'm not the creator. I'm not God. Neither are you. We're just here making the best out of a sad situation. We're making the best. So, again, thank God for His Word. Stay in His Word. Read His Word with the Holy Ghost. Ask God to open your eyes, open your understanding, and allow it to go into your heart so that, that you will live, so that you will live. You personally will live and survive all the death that's all around us, the famine that's happening. There are people who are not eating, 3 meals a day. None of us need 3 meals a day. I would say on average, I have 1 meal a day on average. Like yesterday, I think I ate 1 meal. Today I just ate some oatmeal, and then I cooked yesterday, so I have some leftovers. But we're gonna have to reduce our, reduce the amount of food we take in. We're gonna have to be conservative in what we do, in how we spend our money. You know, we've been really spoiled to be able to buy whatever we want whenever we want for a very long time. And that's going to be non-existent for a little while. You know, we're not going to, I mean, of course, the wealthy people always have the option, but the rest of us, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a little tight. We're not going to be able to run out there and buy no weed like we normally do. We just not going to have no weed money when you need to eat. But there are a lot of people who will rather smoke weed or do their drugs than to, I mean, I smoke weed, so I'm not, I'm not tripping. But I'm just saying, there may come a time soon that you may have to choose between eating and doing what you recreationally do, whether it's smoking, drinking, whatever. So there may be a moment where there's not going to be any pleasure, very little pleasure, and we're just going to be in survival mode. So surround yourself around family and friends that you can survive with. Okay? Surround yourself with people, family and friends that you can survive with. Not everybody can be in your space in survival mode. Some people attack each other during survival mode. And I don't think any of us have had to be in survival mode, I'm trying to think the last time. We've had some occasional blackouts and stuff throughout the United States, especially up north, back in 2001, I think. I can't remember, but anyway, we we had to survive, but it was only like a week, you know what I mean, like a week or something. So again, put your mind in survival mode. We don't know the day or the hour that this is going to kick in, but it's happening. It's happening, and I see that people are starting to move and migrate according to this whole survival instinct that we're about to, kick into. The best thing I can equate what life is going to look like is Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie reminds me of what life is gonna be like for us. I mean, yes. So, it's deep. It's deep. So, but I'm not gonna prolong this video. And again, love the angry black woman. Stop putting her down. If she angry, it's probably because somebody is tripping. Somebody, ain't doing right. You know what I'm saying? So, just stop throwing her under the bus, especially black men. Come on now, you was raised by a black woman. When your mama was being angry, come on now. You knew she was angry over something. If she woke up just mad just for the hell of it, then just get out of her damn way. Get out of her damn way. Husbands, stop blowing your money and go on and pay them damn bills and, help with the kids and, all this anger ain't got to be there if people just do what they're supposed to do, But for those who do just wake up angry, just stay out of her way that day and, just live, shoot. Just cope. But I just want to challenge all men, just because a woman speak up, just because she pointing out a few things in your life, don't just throw her under a bus as, you're just an angry black woman and just ignore. Well, you can do that if you want to, but there's no blessing in that. That's all I'm saying. No blessing in that. So, again, thank you guys. Love you. I'll be back, to express myself again. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, whether we happy, sad, angry, joyful, whatever. Whether we black, white, woman, man, it don't matter. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. and time out for all these titles, you know. Yes, yes, I'm an angry black woman, but I'm also a happy black woman. I'm a joyful black woman. Actually, I'm kind of cute sometimes, you know. I mean, I'm 51, you know, I ain't that bad, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a healthy black woman, you know. I weigh about 120 pounds, and you know, I eat decent, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have any health issues, you know, no diabetes, no high blood pressure. You know, everybody know I'm a little crazy, got depression or whatever, but you know, I'm managing that, and you know, so we gonna be all right, you know, and I'm not offended because someone called me an angry black woman. I'm kind of relieved, you know, I'm kind of relieved because now I can just deal with it. Just deal with it. And when I'm in my happy black woman mode, hey, I'll just deal with that too. When I'm joyful, deal with that. You know, anger is nothing to be, um, you know, scared about or intimidated by or ashamed of. There you go, ashamed. I'm not ashamed when my anger show. I'm not ashamed. Not at all. Let my anger come through. Okay, let it come through. All right, guys. Bye.